Hey guys, I have been wanting to show everybody my photo album, my Project Life photo album designed by Becky Higgins. It's my very first time to use it this year, and I just thought somebody might be inspired the way I was inspired by so many other of the videos. And I figured that since my kids are asleep and I'm several weeks behind on pictures anyway and can't do anything else with my album, I might as well show you guys what I'm doing. I know there are a few people out there who are interested in trying Project Life, so I thought I would just show you my album. So this is the title page. This album and kit was the older one from I think 2 years ago, and so it's not available anymore, but there are other adorable ones that they are coming out with. The kit came with some papers, pattern papers, and I just, taking an idea from someone else online, I just cut the paper apart. Instead of using various little cards, I cut it apart to make it more of a cohesive title page. And then I did a looking back page, just with pictures from last year, and little things that happened last year. This was just a family picture I liked, and so I put that there, and the girls' handprints at the beginning of the year, so we can compare those later on. This is our New Year's resolutions. There's ours and mine and Jonathan's. So ours as a family and then individually. And then of course this is what we look like in January. So this was my very first page for this year, and I have pictures of putting away ornaments and stuff like that. And I'm trying to figure out how to focus in if I change. Okay, so there we go. I began with putting the little stickers, the days of the week stickers that the kit came with, but then I stopped, so you won't see those later on. There are journaling cards that come with it, and that is probably my favorite thing about this album, is that in the past I would have pictures, but I would not have any writing to go with it. I don't have time anymore for traditional scrapbooking, so this is perfection. I imagine that in years to come we will be spending a lot of time looking at this album. I haven't done a lot of including things instead of pictures, but I did put a grocery receipt in there once, thinking that we might enjoy knowing what we used to buy and what we spent on it. There's a menu from one of our favorite restaurants. Trying to see what else is interesting. Yeah, I think that technically these are all supposed to be for journaling cards, but I can't always limit myself to 7 pictures per week, so some of them go in here. And the way I do it is just put two 2x3s or 4x3s on a 4x6 Photoshop file, and order them as a 4x6 picture and then cut them apart. I was also going to say that this was another idea I had, using matching journaling cards each week instead of the different ones, which is how some of the Project Life albums are. This was just a special spread I did on just little scenes around our life at this point in time, and how we need to hang on to those. This was whenever we went to the park one day when it was really warm, and I had a lot of pictures, so I just made a collage and printed it at home and put it in a page protector. Here's Tears' little book about her trip to the park. The very next week we did the same thing, only this time we went to the park and it was snowing. So I loved how these pictures, this picture is snowy, and this picture was taken in the exact same place, but it was sunny. And some of these pockets are sewn. Here's another collage because I had too many pictures. Some of the photo pockets I sewed also per a video I found online. I just used, here's all my birthday cards. I used a bunch of old 8.5 by 11 page protectors and put those and sewed it to the size I need. I think that that has been one of the most exciting things I did this year with my album. Trying to see if there's anything else interesting to show you. Oh, there was one. This was another idea I found online. I just took a different page protector, a different size, and taped it into my album so that I could put more pictures there. My two biggest concerns about Project Life were that it was going to be too time consuming figuring out how to get the pictures the right size, you know, to fit in the small slots. But if I were doing it on a monthly basis the way I used to do my pictures, that just might be true, but since I'm doing it on a weekly basis, it's not bad. This is a spread I did about our house when we had lived here for a year. And I wrote some things on the back. I kept this one was sewn. And my sewing is not all that great, but there it is. And it just stitches right up on the sewing machine very nicely. I was very excited about that. Lots of little extras in here every once in a while. Drawings from the girls. Lots of those. They are very artistic little people. I love having a picture of Mia's first drawing for Mommy and then actually having the drawing there with it. I flatter myself that someday the kids might fight over the albums. And I do say albums because I have already made it known that I want next year's Project Life for Christmas. This one was for Father's Day. I just created a page on Photoshop and printed it out and then printed pictures. One of my daddy, one of my daughter's daddy. Another collage, jumping on the bed. The card from a friend. Oh, this one I was quite excited about. I took these pictures and could not figure out how I could possibly get them in my album. So I created pages on Photoshop and uploaded them to scrapbookpictures.com, which is a place where you can order pictures in a crazy variety of sizes. And so I put this collage, and then it opens up like this. So I got a lot of pictures that way, and then you turn it over and there are more. I think that's one of my favorite spreads in this album. And sometimes I want several pictures, but it's not worth taking up the space of 3 pictures, so I just put them into one. And I think that's about as far as I've gotten. Yep. And here, there are several instances where I had an extra horizontal picture and no space for it, so I just cut it in half to fit across 2. Obviously you have to choose your pictures carefully to see which ones would work for that treatment. You don't want to slice through someone's face, but yeah, like here I did it. It worked out well. So that is my album, and I love it, and I can't wait to finish it. And with the exception of having no internet for the past little few weeks, or past little while, I have stayed caught up on my journaling. Right now I'm several weeks behind, but it'll catch up quickly. And I'm very excited to complete the album. I'm a little worried that I'm going to have to buy another binder to do this part of the year, because this one, with all of my extra added pages, is getting rather full. But we'll see what happens. And that's that. Thanks for watching. Hope somebody got something out of it. Bye-bye.